With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
It's a short kick, taken near the 18. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30. Yard line.
Let's go! Let's go! 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Elway. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Mel Blount with a sack on the corner blitz.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. He's got a man complete. 20, 10, touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. 82 yards. And the Panthers are going to take a first quarter lead. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
On play action, it's Mahomes. He's going to take a shot right away. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Steeler legend, Mel Blount. They could not ask for a worse start. You give up a touchdown on the game's opening drive, and then you turn right around and throw the interception on your very first play.
And this is where the coaching staff has to earn its money, because they've got to calm these guys down a little bit. Just as you noted, a horrendous start.
And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked by the Hall of Famer Mel Blount. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On third down, Barkley. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a fourth down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Here we go, 4th down, Mahomes. Man open, Rice. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jerry Rice, 41 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
To throw is Elway. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Now Brown. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Mel Blount, the Hall of Fame corner, in on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And bulldozing his way through. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
Oh, he's got the full package. He can spin, he can juke, he can make you miss, he can drop his shoulder on you. Some of that elusiveness we saw at Penn State has definitely translated to the NFL game. Saquon Barkley hit the proper buttons and turn him loose.
And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And Walker with it over the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
These two teams all tied after 1. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Mahomes now on 1st down. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Jerry Rice with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Ready, ready. 18 Gators. 27. I got one.
On first down, Elway going up top. And got his man complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. A first throw for the backup, Jackson. And that is caught for the 2 points. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
This fielded at the 2. He spins free, and he'll be out of bounds across the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game. Yeah,
I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
A tremendous play there from Saquon Barkley. 46 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. On 2nd and 12, Mahomes over the middle. That's caught by Rice. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. But he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here.
Now Barkley stripped of the football, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And he cuts it right into space. Look at the big man rumble. The 20. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. So the turnover forced and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
Set, ready, 50, plant. 57. Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day. Let's go.
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this 1st half of action. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have 1st half highlights. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And he's got it. So the try for two successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 26-yard line.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Mahomes will try again on second down. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 53 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Over the middle, complete. It's Rice. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. This will be caught at about the 5. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it? Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball. Yeah,
they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. On first, they'll throw with Elway. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Looking to go back to Thomas again, but it's going to be second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. Now Elway to throw. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1.
Come on, set. 70, Indy.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
Ready? 18, Gator. Hey, Orbit.
Now Elway on first down. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Not time enough for a play and then a timeout, you wouldn't think. So with 4 seconds left, they're going for it. This will be caught at about the 5. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Travis Kelsey, as time expires in the first half. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And now this will be the final play of the half, as with no time remaining, they'll try and add 2 more to the lead right before intermission. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson, and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So I'm waltzing down Main Street, got an umbrella, just a torrential downpour, and I look over, and this guy, stone-faced, wearing a poncho that says, "Don't rain on my parade," and he is just angry. And we got to go. I'll tell you the rest later. Here we go, third quarter. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Second half begins with a run from Barkley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one. And that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Rice. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Jerry Rice, 47 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. Now it's Mahomes again. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Break.
955.
On 1st first and 10, Elway. Over the middle, into the hands of Michael Thomas. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Elway will throw. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce, he's at the 30. Evades him at the 20, and he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 55 yards.
First down, Carolina.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Give them maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
When we start looking for big-time corners, we're going to start with athleticism. But without technique, you're not going to make plays as one we just saw there.
That's caught. It's Thomas. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Touchdown, Carolina. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
54, right there. 54, Mike. I got you, Pop. Mike,
now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? That makes this much more manageable. They'll move it from the 2 to the 1.
Totally manageable because many teams from the 2 want to throw the ball. But you put it at the 1, the running game is totally back in play.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's first and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Walker. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
On first and 10, here's Mahomes. And complete to the tight end Walker, right side. A good pickup of 6 there on first down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's going to get this deep on a Carolina side of the field. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 43 yards. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And again, it's Mahomes. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Jerry Rice with his 4th touchdown of the ball game, one shy of his career high. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Mahomes to throw once more. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Good work, boy. Let's go. Let's go.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
You ready? 27, 127. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
They'll try and run some clock now with Bell. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And what do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Got it.
Now, after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10.
Tight down, tight down. There you go. Hey, team 6, team 6. 57's the mic. Watch 57. All day, dog. Be grip.
From the gun, it's Yahweh. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. To throw, it's Mahomes. That's caught. It's Jerry Rice. And some room to work. Yeah, he's going to get this deep on a Carolina side of the field. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 41 yards. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead.
15.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration.
Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Now Mahomes. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Ready. 57. You must be drinking. Hey, Foxtrot. 57's right. Don't get nervous.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Here we go.
Throwing now, Elway on first down. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, it's Bell. A gain of 3, second down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
60 Pittsburgh.
Elway to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
When it takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Pull it high. Hey, exit. Check.
They'll try and throw for it with Elway. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such... Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Before kickoff, Charles, quickly your keys to the game.
Well, partner, I could give you the standard ones, turnovers, special teams play. But here's one that doesn't get talked about much anymore, and that's time of possession. Whoever controls the football, gives their defense a break, and takes care of business, That's the team that's going to win this ball game.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
158. 27. Watch the pass. 150. Hey, you block over here. 27, Mike. 27, Mike. 5.
Rodgers now on first down. Ertz has it left side. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Hey, high 7.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down.
You ain't doing nothing today.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Sacked there by the Hall of Famer Derek Brooks. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at the 45.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
Ah, yes, Reggie White. I remember when they first started calling him the Minister of Defense. It was back at the University of Tennessee. Snuffing out plays like that. Did you see that tackle for a loss? I remember him turning around the LSU game in 1983 with a similar play. Reggie White, one of the all-time greats.
13-time Pro Bowler Reggie White. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. That's caught by the Hall of Famer Marvin Harrison. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
Yellow. 480. 54. We own it.
A first down carry for Barkley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in with.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. It's a 3-yard touchdown run, and the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turning to his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Back Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more. Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. That's caught at the 2. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts...
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. A big play there on the catch and run. 61 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Check 9, check 9. Inside. Look at that.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And he'll take this across midfield. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. Shoves him aside, muscles him off. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Now on second down, this is Gurley. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here's Mayfield under a heavy rush, and down he goes. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. And it's third down. Mayfield now. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there at 22. Now Mayfield.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
The tackle there by Richard Sherman. Bad news, they didn't get it on second down. The good news is they still only need about 3 or 4 inches here on third.
And the good play callers have looked at both situations. They thought to themselves, okay, this call, I pick up the first down, already ready with that call. If I don't, this is what I'm going to come back with in order to pick it up.
Travis Kelce, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Travis Kelce, 42 yards. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Well, that play reminded me of Michael Strahan in 2001 when he was absolutely incredible. That was the year he set the single-season record for most sacks with 22 and a half.
And not surprisingly, defense into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. On first down, it's Gurley. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Tries for Rice, intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard. Line.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now,
Travis Kelce.